Alright, welcome back to, we are on part 10 of Eat That Frog. Uh, the chapter we're covering today is Take It one oil barrel at a time. Um, but today I do have a special treat. I want to introduce you to my stepdaughter Aiden. Come on Aiden, hop up. Alright, you gotta come over here. Here, come stand in front of me. Alright, come over a little more. There you go. Alright, so there's the camera there. Talk to them. So, what's your name?
Aiden.
Okay. And what'd you get for Christmas?
I got a bike and I got like a little makeup set and I got fingernail polish stuff and I got a flying helicopter. It's one of those
Show me your
remote
helicopter.
control. Okay.
Go get it. She was really excited about the helicopter. Helicopter was definitely the hit. Got a little remote control helicopter. Got a nice bicycle. Got to get some training wheels for it today, though. All right, check that bad boy out. So you got to fly it yourself yesterday?
Yeah, no. I had to have some help because it was really hard to fly.
You need to come over a little more. It was really hard to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. I know what you tell our viewers. Tell them about your dream last night.
I had
Every detail. Take your time.
I had a dream that when I was in bed, I went out and me and my mom had a Christmas tree. Me and my mom were at the store trying to buy something cool for the Christmas tree. And I saw it and it said, "Try me," and I pushed the button and it told me all about what it does. And it picks up people's glasses when they walk by, and whoever can climb to the ladder to the top before it gives the glasses to their mom wins a prize, and it gives them candy. And then I kept doing that, and I went to the bathroom and I turned on the sink, and rain came down the roof, and the lights were blinking, and the shower came on, and the hands came out of the mirror. And when hands came out of the mirror, I asked my mom if we could go outside, and she tied the dog to the door and tied the door shut, and the hands came out, and the fire came. And when the fire came, I went into the bathroom and I saw the cat, and the cat was burnt, but it was talking. It was like brown burnt, but it was talking. And hands came out at me, and I ran.
Where did the hands come from?
The hands came from the mirror, and they chased me down, and that's when I woke up.
Wow. And this all stems from a previous dream that you had where, or it seems like it's sort of like, was this one in the bathroom again?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the last dream, you mentioned that on the light switch, the hands came out of the light switch and they grabbed you and they took you to another world, right? Or another place. They took you home.
Yeah, they took me home to my bathroom, and then the lady came and she said, "It's too late now," and my eyes got big and I woke up.
Right. What happened with the witch at the end of this one? I didn't hear that part.
Well, at the end of this one, the witch caught on fire and she yelled, "Ah!" and she grabbed me and pulled me into the fire.
Dang. That's a vicious dream. And what did I tell you about dreams this morning?
That I forgot. But I remember me saying that dreams aren't real, but then you told me that dreams can also mean like God's testing us.
Right. Or that I remember that's what the part that you came up with. Now I remember that with with important people or things that people that are supposed to do things in life.
And then God tests them to see if they're right for the job.
I like that one. We're going to keep it at that. Well, say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
All right, go have fun. All right, so taking it one old barrel at a time. The reason why this chapter is named "Taking It One Old Barrel at a Time" it's because in the Sahara Desert or one of the deserts overseas, people get lost and die all the time when they're traveling back and forth. And so what they would do is, they would space out an oil barrel and they'd paint it black or whatever every few like 500 feet or every 500 yards or half a mile or whatever. And that would help people make it from the desert's along. It's a journey to make from one end to the other, and lots of people would die. So if you've got a big task that you're trying to accomplish, if you put out road markers, like along the journey to get there, then it's easier to get there because you just have to look for the next one in sight. Um, and if you don't reach it by a certain amount of time, you're off course, and you've got to rethink or go back what you're doing. So, persons with comparatively moderate powers will accomplish much if they apply themselves wholly and indefinitely to one thing at a time. So now in the book we continue taking this turn towards, hey guys, focus on one thing at a time. Come up with one goal and just charge after it. Get that one goal. So here's one of the old sayings, by the art it's hard, but by the inch it's a cinch. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And there's reasons why these old concepts have been drilled into our heads. It's because it really actually works, and it is a good approach. So Lao Tzu was the one who said, "A journey of 1,000 leagues begins with a single step." This is a great strategy for overcoming procrastination and getting more things done faster. So I remember one time when I was younger, I was about to go to court for something that I'd done that was wrong, and I didn't know whether or not I would go to jail for a set period of time, or whether or not I would be just okay to be or not. Um, and prior to that, I decided that I was going to get my life organized, and I was going to really start, doing planning and preparing things a lot better. So I asked myself this question, and this was I made this decision a day before that next day in court, and so in my mind I said to myself, well, shouldn't I just wait for tomorrow? Let me just wait and find out what happens tomorrow, because if I go to jail for 5 years, I guess that would change things. Um, but then in my mind it told me, it said, hey, if you're going to do something, you need to do it today. You don't sit there and wait till tomorrow and wonder if or may or things along those lines. Just go for it. Just go for it, 100%. And that's one of the things I just want to encourage you guys on is you will come up with reasons in your mind of why not to pursue or why not to do certain things or why certain things will fail. And it'll come at you hard. But you've got to push through those things. You've got to tell yourself, you got to say, no, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to do it now. And that's the way you really overcome things. Don't worry or what if or think about those things. But anyways, back to this chapter. It's mainly about taking it one step at a time. Because a lot of times, and further in the book, it'll give you 2 different strategies of how you can approach things that, just taking it one step at a time, that's not enough for everyone. We need some concrete things to be able to use and to tackle these big projects. And so I'll just share 2 of them right now, and we'll go more in depth later on. But you've got 2 ways of approaching something, or 2 possible ways that this book introduces. You've got, it's called the Swiss, the Swiss cheese approach. And then you've got the slice and dice approach. So the Swiss cheese approach is you've got a block of cheese, and the idea is you spend 90 minutes a day and you drill a hole through that block of cheese. So the cheese is your problem you're trying to solve, or the thing that you're trying to accomplish. And the idea is that if you just keep going at it and at it and at it, it may depress you or whatever. So forget about that idea. Let's just use 90 minutes at a time, and you're poking holes in it so that you sink that. you sink that boat or you sink that piece of cheese. That's one way. And then slice and dice is another way. Is you take the block of cheese and you slice it into pieces and just do one piece at a time. And that's sort of the approach with the oil barrel, which is, you know, just take it one oil barrel at a time. And oh yeah, so this also applies. Let's say you want to be financially independent. Part of financial independence is really saving your money or to put money aside. And I'm going to tell you, this is another one that's a little bit weird, but you should definitely do it. A lot of people say, well, hey, I don't have the money to you know, put aside yet. I need to wait until I get to these goals to put this money aside. And no, that is definitely not true. You start today, you start now, you start with what you have. And you be consistent and start a pattern. It's not about, it's never, so a lot of people in life are gonna say this, and this is definitely a fallacy. They're gonna say, well, I don't make enough to do this today, or I'm not at this level, or I don't have this job. If I had this job, or if I made this much money, I could do a lot better. And that is definitely the wrong mental attitude. It is working with what you have that then helps you grow and achieve or get to other levels where you could have more. Like if you sit there and say, well, I can't save money until I've got a job where I make $100,000 a year, you're going about that the whole wrong way. Save your pennies now. Focus on getting that $100,000 a year job, because the idea is when you learn that good habit now, when you get that $100,000 a year job, you're going to apply those same habits to that same job. That's one thing that happened to me that was very detrimental. Was, you know, I focused on getting this $100,000 a year job. I got it, but you know, you can still go in debt. You can go in worse debt. Shoot, it's not a great thing to make a lot of money a year. It's easier to get out and be free, making less money a year. If you've ever played Rich Dad Poor Dad, the janitor or the maintenance worker, he gets out of the rat race so much faster than the lawyer. It's because he has less debt and he has less things that he's already spent money on. So don't think that more money is going to help you in life. Like that's, I mean, it'll definitely help once you learn the good habits to manage it properly. Okay, so at the end of this chapter, it says, select any goal, task, or project in your life on which you have been procrastinating, and make a list of all the steps you will need to take to eventually complete that task. So, for example, so list them all out, start to finish, so that you have that exact path on how to get there. Then just take one step. Do that first one in the list. A lot of times, all you need to do is start that first step, and that's the hardest thing to do. And once you get over that, it'll motivate you. It'll bring that passion into your soul. It'll give you, it will ignite that spark that starts you on that journey to reach that goal. So I definitely encourage you to pick one goal that you have, preferably right now, and list out exactly what it would take. You know, the big things to be able to get there. And look at the first one on the list and start to do it. It's amazing how far you'll go just from that one step. That one step is pretty much it's stepping into the world of you're believing that that is coming. So all the powers in the universe will now start to work in your favor to get that thing to appear for you. All right, so now we're on the section of positive self-talk. So today we're going to work on creativity and let's see, creativity and spiritual inner peace. I'm confident, self-assured, and optimistic. I trust myself and my intuition. I am letting go my all limiting beliefs. I'm letting go of all of my limiting beliefs. I am excited about life. Brilliant ideas come to me all the time. Creativity flows through every cell in my body. I am ready to release my inner barriers to fulfill my purpose on earth. Everything I need to know is revealed to me. I am discovering my passion. Being positive increases my creativity. Being creative is making me feel so alive. I am becoming more creative and inventive. I use my creative power to bring the best into my life. I allow my creative energy to flow freely at all times. I am in constant communication with my creative source. Being creative is one of my great joys in life. Creative ideas come to me regularly. I solve my problems in a creative way. Everything I create is inventive and unique. I listen to the quiet inside of me, and fresh new ideas come to me daily. Now I am becoming more and more inventive. Every creative thought I express provides me with great joy. So on the, I just wanted to mention, so on the side of creativity, I noticed a lot of things that are in the list of like coming up with solutions or critical thinking or like on the spot thinking. Um, Over the past couple of years, I've worked in a position where um, I was given a variety of problems on a regular basis, and I was to come up with solutions just on the fly. And at first, it was kind of difficult for me to do those things, but then later on in life, um, I realized that I had programmed my brain to take basically, if I'm thrown a problem, it will sit there and churn it and spit out a solution, and it can spit out as many solutions as it wants. And so, if you feel like, okay, so I don't feel this on a regular basis, so it's hard for me to relate with you on this. So if you feel like you're not able to find solutions to things, it's just a matter of programming your mind is what I'm trying to get at. So definitely believe that there is a solution present. Um, Leave yourself open to that solution, and it'll come to you. So let's go ahead and go into the next section here. So we've got creativity. And anybody else see that snow? Let's see, creativity. Okay, spiritual and inner peace. I definitely believe in the spiritual realm. I believe there's definitely something out there, and it is a powerful force and can bring you great things in life and show you great things. So that's my belief on the spiritual aspect of things. I trust I am being led to where I need to be. Everything is coming to me at the right time and place. So I do want to share with you a prayer I had when I was as young, maybe 7, 13, something like that. So my prayer was I would go into the middle of the woods and I'd ask God that He'd drag me through whatever it is that He wanted me to have to bear with in order to be where He wanted me to be. So basically, I was praying that from another perspective, it would be said like this, that whatever the greatest potential would be for me in this universe or on this planet, that I would make it to that end goal, and regardless of myself, that I wouldn't stand in my own way, that I would be helped to be dragged to get to that point, to do that great thing, or to be the person that I need to be, and that I wouldn't hinder myself, and that I was willing to deal with, whatever it took to get me there. The more I focus my mind upon the good things in life, the more good comes to me. God blesses me with peace and gives me strength. God blesses me with peace and gives me strength. I've said this 2 times. As I cast my cares and burdens to God, He sustains me and I have peace. God's spirit in me is greater than any other spirit in the world. He enables me to live a victorious life. The fullness of God is available to me because I am deeply rooted in the love of Jesus. I guard my heart because it determines the course of my life. And I do actually, I don't apologize, but I wasn't anticipating that this would, turn into more of religious statements, but this was just the random grouping of things that I chose. If you believe in random, which I don't, but I'm a loving, kind, and forgiving person. I am opening my heart to receive the highest power available to me. Happiness is my true nature. I am attracting abundance from my true self. My awareness grows day by day. Everything that is happening is only for the highest good of me. Every cell in my body has the divine intelligence. I trust the Lord to guide and direct my path. I deserve complete fulfillment. All is perfect, whole, and complete in my world. I'm going to say that one again. All is perfect, whole, and complete in my world. It's very interesting. A lot of us will see the world as, and they'll say the statement all the time. Or I see this a lot in religious circles. They'll say, I can't wait to get to heaven, or heaven, anything has got to be better than this. This is hell. I wholeheartedly believe that our that inner peace you feel you're going to find in some place in the future, something that you can grasp right now. It's not something that is so far away. It always says the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and I believe that means that everything you would think or see or feel from your so-called what heaven is to you is something that's sitting in your hands, waiting for you to grasp it at any moment. I expand my happiness to all. I am experiencing true freedom, no matter what the circumstances are. I am open to receiving the loving divine. My true self contains every possibility. I am pure bliss. My happiness is expanding to all. My consciousness is both alive and silent. I am the essence of life. I am alignment with my divine source of energy. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. I'm safe. I am pure, unbounded awareness. I see the unity behind diversity. This is I'm very curiously amazed by this one on spiritual and inner peace, because it truly describes the type of mind that I only had after I really had some key breakthroughs in meditation and conceivably when I just traveled some places during meditation. I believe at one moment, well, here, let me tell you a story. So one time I was given the task of, while I'm awake, close my eyes, pretend like I'm reading a book, or flipping pages in a magazine, and commit to doing that forever, or until I see the door with white light behind it. Once I see the door with white light behind it, open the door, go through the door with white light. And so I committed to that task, and I started a meditation session, which is just, I sat there, and that's what I focused on. Eventually I saw this door with white light, and it was actually the scariest thing I think I've ever done, was walking into this solid white light where I could not see what was behind that door. And so I walked into the light, and all of a sudden I was sitting in a room, and the weird part was that the pixels, or the quality of that place, was better than the quality of this place. And so I felt like that place was possibly more real than this place. There's a guy sitting on the couch, and he said he was surprised. He's like, "Hey, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Hey, come over here. You stand here. Now, look at the camera. What were you saying? Come on, turn around. All right, come closer."
I was saying,
yeah.
When the spirit was done, everybody saw places of their own, and when Joe said that he saw the man was surprised, and when he was surprised because he was like, where are your friends? and when and then magically he came back where he was.
Very nice. Thank you. So, I know that was cool. You want to tell everybody?
Yeah.
Well, they saw you. All the snow falling was her, by the way. She was simulating a snowy Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. I was like, when are you gonna say Christmas? So I was just like, whenever you would say Christmas, I'm like,
Okay. She's amazing. So back on the, so as she was saying, I don't know if you guys understood, but basically, when I was in that room, then I was explained, uh, I believe a lot of information about why we, or how this place works and why we were here was shared to me at that time. Um, though I would say that I didn't bring back everything, but some of the key points that I brought back were things that I was reading today. They explained how everything was at peace here and everything was beautiful here, and that when I came back, I felt and understood that. Yet at the same time, it's hard to carry that while there's obviously or perceived or people are suffering. So how does that all work out? And I understand that's a very hard one to argue, but that was one of the things that was instilled in me on a spiritual journey. And so I keep that with me regardless of what I've seen around me. But even so, but that's neither here nor there. But as Aiden was saying, during that experience when I was in this room, one of the last things the guy said to me was he said, well, you're here by yourself, where are all your friends at? Basically urging me along the lines of, hey, it's really cool that you made it here, but why are you alone? Like, why didn't you help others? Or that my next step in order to stay there or to move on would be that I had to help others as well. Either make it to that point or just help others into the room or try to bring them back at the same time. So that's pretty cool. I think that's all I have for today. So hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, and I'm still on the path for getting wild, amazing, fun things on the way. We weren't able to launch our campaign last week. Just an update on our own personal progress with our project. We are intending to either thinking tomorrow, Thursday. I'm not sure which day yet, but we're thinking of starting the campaign then. And that SaaS revenue or that money that I'm talking about that will provide my financial freedom in 30 days here is on its way. And it's going to be cool to watch. So stay tuned, coming soon.